Sketchy logic presence. There you go. Oh shit, really? I might actually enjoy this just for the music. Camille Saint-Saens is well, first of all, he's a dude, even though like his name is a bit feminine, but he's one of my favorite contemporary, you know, Mozart-esque musician. One of my favorite songs actually is Danse Macabre, and it's great. Alright, so just let me make sure it works. You know, Mozart-esque. Okay, yep, that's my voice, Still a bit loud though. There. Okay, so yes, welcome to Aviary Attorney. This is, I don't know if it's like supposed to be Sherlock Holmes or like Ace Attorney or both. I have no idea. I did not see the trailers for this. I just saw the two birds talking in the intro. That's it. That's all I saw. So, I don't know. Might be good. Let me just make sure that everything's working again, because my PC just like kind of like farted itself to sleep before this started. I had to like launch the game 8 times, so I think it's working. Yeah, okay, so let me go and share this on Twitter, because I think this is gonna be the most of my day. Whatever, spam messages everywhere. It's crazy. You cannot run away from this. So here we go. No. Aviary Attorney. I kept calling the game Avian Attorney. You know, Attorney. It's a gift. Eh boy. There we go. That's all I need. Okay. Good. Start that shit. I'm ready. Oh, there's like French and shit. If you want me to say the French name. If you want me to... Is that Monsieur Griwan? Oh mon Dieu! Oh god. I'll do it. Dame Catherine, what have you done? Act 1, a cat with claws. Isn't there supposed to be voices? No. It's midday already. Where on earth is that featherhead? Well, look who finally decided to get up. Haven't you heard what they say about the early bird? The early bird, I'm sorry, Falcon? That's Sparrowson, so I think it's supposed to be Watson. Yeah, the hat and stuff. This is supposed to be like Falcon. Okay. Too early for worms. Past the Cabernet Sauvignon. Cabernet Sauvignon. Oh god. There will be time for that later. We've got some business to handle first. God damn it, you're a falcon. Get up. A letter arrived while you were sleeping. I haven't opened it yet. Very polite. It's probably just more junk mail. Was there junk mail back then? I don't know. Go ahead, Sparrow Son. You may have the honors. There, cher Monsieur Falcon. Je vous écris aujourd'hui because ma fille, Dame Catherine, a été arrêtée pour un crime qu'elle n'a pas commis. Elle est retenue à la conciergerie, à la prison... Ouais. À la prison de la conciergerie et accusée de meurtre sans moins. Trial. I forgot. Like, son tribunal? No, it's not tribunal. It's, la cour... vous êtes... Oh my god. I'm having. You know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna go check it out. My French is having issues. Trial in French. It's on the tip of my tongue. Procès. There you go. Thank you. Son procès est dans 3 jours. There you go. I would be greatly in your debt if you would offer her your legal aid. Je serais endetté à vous si vous voudriez bien lui offrir votre aide légale. There you go. That's like... Très sincèrement. Seigneur Purtois de Miaou of the Miaou estate. Is that cats? It's totally cats. Yeah, Miaou is a French thingy for cats. You know, it's like the meow thing, but like meow instead. Anyway. Well, this is quite something. I know! Your first serious client in months. Not just that, the Meow estate is well known for its exuberant wealth. I'm gonna love this game, actually. Even if we cannot do much for Dame Catherine, his lordship would still reward us handsomely for our efforts. You bought this game because I was French, I know it. You little cheeky... Wow, I suppose you intend on defending Dame Catherine in court. Nope. Of course! Let's go for it. Of course! It would be foolish to let such a good opportunity slip through our fingers, feathers. It's good. Grab your coat, Sparson. We're going to go find our kitty client at la conciergerie. Conciergerie, a concierge is actually a janitor. So like it's the janitary. Excellent. My butt. That's butt. My derrière was getting tired from all this sitting around. Oh, but I better file away Seigneur de Miaou. Let us first. One moment, Falcon. Blam, it's in this super case. Purtoir's letter has been added to your evidence folder. Okay. You may access the evidence folder at any time by clicking the suitcase symbol. So it's like Ace Attorney in that regard. Ah, nearly forgot my wallet. I wouldn't want to lose that. I love the art. The art makes me think of like Alice in Wonderland, the book with like the pictures and shit. It makes me think of that style. I really dig it. Lots of details on the background, actually. Although most of it is like, it's not copied. No, it's not actually. I don't think it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. It looks great though. Very good style. Like this like parchment style. Again, I recall you losing it at the New Year's party and at Christmas. Yes, alright, no need to make a list. So, Falcon is like, he's clumsy and sleeps on that. A nice contrast to the Sherlock Holmes. You don't play Smite, mofo. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. You will have to refresh. A liar like Trump. Okay, actually. Yeah, no, Twitch is telling me that I'm playing Aviary Attorney. Is it saying I'm playing Smite from somewhere else? If so, please tell me. Because, it's not supposed to be like this. Read the link I sent on Twitch. Twitch is still... Okay, the link I post on Twitch is still saying that I'm playing 7 Days to Die like day 15, which is obviously fucking fake. So Twitch is having issues, of course. Yeah, I played Smite with like Serket. I mastered her, but it was painful. It was horrible. Anyway, let's make a move, says Falcon. Oh, nice loading screen. Oh, this city though. I love this city. Oh, this is like, I love the style of this. I'm actually digging this. Welcome to the map screen, no shit. From here, you can travel to any listed area by clicking on a location name or a location node. Areas marked with a clock symbol take a whole day to visit. There's time. Areas with no symbol can be visited freely. Okay. La conciergerie. AA's office. The Aviary Attorney's office. This is like my place. No case is too big or too small. No junk mail. This is good. Okay. Falcon and Sparrow's son step into the stone-cold foyer of the Conciergerie prison. By the way, Felix, that's a gift from Taravani. He's right there. Sullen-faced guards and visitors linger beneath the medieval archways. Ah, the Conciergerie. They say this is the finest prison in the whole of France. The other walls are impenetrable, the cells are spotless, the guards are well-mannered. What do you want? Good day, monsieur. I am here to see Dame Catherine de Miao. I am due to represent her in court. Oh, you're her lawyer, huh? Fine, fine, follow me. I'm gonna make characters for this. Well, what are you waiting for? Keep up! This guy, the guard, he is Rich Evans. I just decided. Oh, look at her face. Oh, god damn it. Catherine. Catherine. Oh, god. You're fired. My papa hasn't forgotten about me, has he? Blech. Then they just fucking like Hizzalid style spawn behind her. Dame Catherine de Miao, I presume. Yeah, it's hard to not presume that. You've arrived! The fantastic lawyer, Monsieur Falcon, and his petit assistant, Sparrow's son. He just called him small. She just called him small. Milady is knowledgeable. Yeah. Don't talk like that, Sparrow's son. Sorry. My papa told me he would only hire the best lawyers in town. I'm flattered. Oh yeah, I'm sure you are regularly. If you don't get it, get out. You're too young for me. But they weren't available at such short notice, so he hired the first people in the address directory. Oh. You see, Falcon, I told you listing under Aviary Attorney would pay off. Let's get down to business. Dame Cataline, would you fill us on some details? Your father's letter was a little brief. I can do my best. What is it you wanted to know? What happened on the night of the murder? I just said that! Oh, let me think. It was Friday evening. Me and my papa had arrived at Château Crinière, the home of great Baron Roqueuil. God. My papa spent all evening talking about... Wait a minute, the Baron's a fucking rat. Or a mouse. The name makes sense about that. I'm sorry. My papa spent all evening talking with Monsieur Grenouille, and the Baron about business stuff. Business stuff? Well, the three of them own a railway company together. Oh, yeah. Okay. So all through dinner, they were talking about company shares and investments, but I didn't really understand most of it. But after dinner, this man with a camera took our photograph. That was a lot more fun. Sorry, man, with what took you what? Camera. It's a very new gadget. A tiny bug sits in a box with a tiny paintbrush and paints your picture very fast. A cat would think like that. In 10 minutes, poof, you have a perfect picture. Wow. Technology is amazing. I don't think the lady's explanation is right, Sparrow-san. Let me believe. Still, the camera sounds like a very special device. I'll make a note of it. Camera has been added to your evidence folder. Please continue, Dame Cataline. So after we had the photograph, I went into the gardens to get some air, and that's when I found the body of Monsieur Grenouille. He was all ripped open. A housemaid saw me standing over the froggy monsieur and called for help, and then the police arrived. Before I could say anything, I ended up here. It was such a blur. So the frog died. It must have been terrifying. It wasn't so bad. My papa taught me how to be a brave kitty. Was there something else you wanted to ask, Monsieur Falcon? Oh no, wait, she said that. Okay. Who was there that evening? I just said that! I'm gonna stop. Well, there was me and my papa. My dearest mama couldn't make it. And there was Baron Rourgueil, who hosted the dinner, and his housemaid, Couline. Oh god, I think she was called. Of course there was Monsieur Grenouille. Well, until, you know, he died. And there was Monsieur Robicio de Robinho, the man with the camera. But he was only there for a little while. I cannot do a voice for her. I keep changing it. I'm sorry about that. I think that was all. Was there something else you wanted to ask? Did you see anything suspicious except, you know, the dead body? Damn, Cataline, did you see anything suspicious that evening? Suspicious? Like, maybe a guy lurking in the shadows or a bloodied murder weapon? Monsieur Falcon, I do believe you are looking for an easy answer. You got me. I did not see anything, I am afraid. The evening was very normal. The food was delicious. The conversation was boring. Wow. It was all very ordinary until the incident. I see. Wait, Falcon, you missed something of huge importance. I did? Damn, Cataline, you said the food was delicious. But you didn't say what food it was. You and your damn stomach. Let me see. We had poached red herring to start, garnished with garlic butter. Then the marbled steak, served perfect bloody rare. Glorious Falcon, write this down. What? This can't possibly be relevant to the case. Write it all down, please. For me. Fine, fine. Red herring has been added to your evidence folder. Bloody rare steak has been added to your evidence folder. Sparrow-san, remind me not to let you talk to clients on an empty stomach. Come to think of it, I did find it a little strange that we weren't given any cutlery. No cutlery? Even for the steak? Well, you would think that the great Baron of Chateau Crinière would have gorgeous silverware, but there was none to be seen. That is a little peculiar. Was there anything else you wanted to know, Monsieur Falcon? Like, they don't have fingers. How do they... No. Yeah, I know. Red herring. Bleh. No, I think that will be all. So what's the plan now, Falcon? The way I see it, we have two tasks. We should head to Chateau Crinière and try to see the scene of the murder for ourselves. And we should try to track down this supposed photographer, Monsieur Robicio de Robinho. 2 days for 2 tasks seems doable. But we should head back and get some rest first. We have a lot of work ahead of us. You just got here. Wait, Monsieur Falcon, before you go. You do believe my story, don't you? I believe in justice. That's amazing. That sounds like something Captain Falcon would say, you know? Damn, Cataline, I believe that a fair trial can draw the truth from any situation. I believe in justice. That's good to hear. You're not wrong, Falcon. But that's not what the lady seemed needed to hear, I'm sorry. You might want to work on being less of a... How do I put it? Fils de pute. That son of a bitch. Take it in note. It's good for you. If serving justice makes me a son of a bitch, a fils de pute, then I'll wear that title proudly. This is great. This is great. They can hide swears like this and nobody will know. It's great. Dame Cataline, Monsieur Grenouille, Baron Okay, these names are all getting a bit confusing, aren't they? Not particularly. Well, it is for me. I'm going to start compiling a Facebook so that I can keep track of who everyone is. That pun like melted my brain away. It did. A what? A Facebook! It's a collection of people's names, pictures, and descriptions in one easy-to-carry catalog. I think I understand. The name could use a little work, though. Sparrowson is starting compiling a Facebook. You can access a list of people you have met at any time by clicking the book symbol and also inviting them to stupid games. Let's make a move! The game saves automatically at the start of each new day. But you can also make a quick save at any time by selecting Save and Quick from the Pause menu. Okay. You can access the Pause menu by clicking on the cog symbol in the upper left corner, blah blah blah, cool. La Conciergerie, AA offices, Studio de Robinho. I want to go there. You guys are going to be great. So this is the studio of the famous photographer. Shall we knock? Wait, there's a note, I'm sorry, on the door. The magnificent and marvelous artist Monsieur Robinho de Robinho is currently out on an artistic expedition. He shall return when his muse sees fit. When his muse sees fit. What does that even mean? I think it means that he is a pretentious bird brain, but in any case, the artist seems to be out. What shall we do now? Should knock anyway. He might just be there being busy, you know? The Necronomicon could also be described as a Facebook. I just realized. That's epic. As I just knocked the microphone because I thought it was great and I waved like an idiot. Alright, I don't see the harm in knocking still. There you go. Nope. It doesn't look like he's in, Falcon. Is the game not loud enough? Do I need to boost the game a bit? We should break in. Do it. We should break in. What? Are you serious? Maybe. Monsieur J.J. Falcon, I would have thought that a man of justice like yourself would be against such reckless display of unlawful barbarism. You're right. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over. It's a brilliant suggestion. Stand back and barging the door down. I'm sorry. Blech. Wait, just like that? Shouldn't we discuss this first? This is great. What in bird Jesus' name was that? Baby Jesus, bird Jesus. That pun is like melting my soul away now. You said you wanted to break in. I thought we could find an open window. I didn't think you could turn into a bird-sized cannonball. Well, now we're here. Now that we're here, we ought to make most of it. This place is quite something. It's very swanky. I was going to say ostentatious. That's just swanky talk for swanky. We don't have time for this. The sound of a door being smashed in could be drawing unwanted attention. We should find anything that may help our case and get out. In investigation mode, you are free to examine the scenery of the room. Click on an item of interest and Falcon will examine it in closer detail. When you have had enough, or when you can find nothing else to examine, click on the X in the top right corner. Very well. A chandelier! You should get one of those for the office. You know, I was hoping they would say that word, because chandelier is an amazing word. Don't have the money for that sort of luxury. I see paints, inks, and dyes. Not quite sure what the clear liquid in this bottle is. I could taste test it. You could, but we don't have time for the hospital visit right now, so let's not. Smart. Also, I can't, like, okay. I see a bourgeois tigress in profile. Okay. Nothing here. What the foyer? Yeah, they probably want me to, like, go in the door, but I see a finely dressed dandy fellow up on a horse. A beautiful picture of the Paris skyline. Given the angle, this must have been taken from Notre Dame Cathedral itself. Very well. This appears to be a photograph of a ladder. Looks more like a step ladder to me. Oh no, we're not getting into that old argument. So they have an old argument about step ladders. A step ladder! Sorry. A butterfly. Or maybe a moth. It's difficult to tell in black and white. This is a photograph of a castle somewhere in the countryside. By the way, I do have something to show you. What I just did. No, seriously now? It's fucking garbage. Of course. Is that it? There you go. Yep, it is. So you guys ready for that? It's great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. You can see that, right? I hope so.
A step ladder.
A step ladder.
A step ladder. Sorry. It's a photograph of a castle somewhere in the countryside. You know, once I had an uncle who once fell off a castle rampart while on guard duty. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Did he die? No, he got demo... Huh. Terrible. Indeed. A lighthouse? No, wait, it's a man in a top hat. Actually, if I squint and turn my head sideways, it's a black smudge, Falcon. This is a tiny photograph of what appears to be a jail cell. That reminds me, how illegal is this, you know, breaking and entering, riffling through a person's belongings? Huh. It's cool. We're lawyers. Yep. It's okay. A recently passed amendment allows for proportionate amounts of property damage in the pursuit of criminal evidence. That is dangerous thinking. I don't think that's correct, but your use of legal jargon makes me have faith in your credentials. Sounds like you're starting to learn the finer points of the French justice system, Sparrow Son. That's not true at all. We don't do that. I mean, this is a picture of a fence. It's a fancy... leaves the viewer defenseless. Out of all the pictures here, I would pick it as my favorite. This one's good. The last one's okay. The rest is garbage. Okay, I'm done. No more fence puns. No, just keep on going, man. A picture of a sailing ship on a windy day. Hey, Falcon. Look. What? It's just an easel. No, look at that. Look at the what's on the easel. Oh, God. It's not a rat at all. Jesus. Oh, wow. This must be a copy of the photograph from the evening of the murder. There's no question about it. I see a housemaid. Dame Cataline. And I think that's Seigneur Purtois. Cataline's father. My God. So what shall we do? Do we just take this? We should take it. Sounds important. We've come this far, we may as well borrow it. Studio... I thought it said stupid. Studio photograph has been added to your evidence folder. Is there anything else we need to do here? No, I think we're done. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're done. Let's get out of here before the guy gets in there. I think we're done snooping. Let's get out of here before we draw further attention to ourselves. Sounds good to me. And they'll leave. Good. Uh-oh. Oh, mon Dieu! What happened to my door? Tell the truth. Lie. Shit. I want to tell the truth. Well, Monsieur Robinho, it's like this. You see, we are attorneys who have been hired on the purpose of... Raven! A raven did it. We saw the whole thing. I've got this. Not going to jail because your conscience is acting up. Nobody's going to jail, just take it easy. Huh, damn ravens. They're always after our shiny objects, am I right? I just got it. I just got what the joke is. It's a good joke. Yeah, that's right. Let's make a move. Trial is approaching fast. Right, let's go. Okay. Yay, saved. In a new day. Woohoo. Château Crinière. Let's do it. Falcon and Sparrowson enter the courtyard outside Château Crinière, I'm sorry. People with dirty clothes and gaunt faces linger around the building's shadows. Excusez-moi, monsieur. I don't mean to be a pain, but my little girl and I are sick and starving, see? Kitty. I don't suppose you'd happen to have some spare change. You have 20 francs in your wallet. Des francs. You have 20 francs in your wallet, I'm sorry. What will you do? Here you go. Stay safe, madame. Oh, wow. Bless ya, monsieur. Bless ya. Oh. That was pretty generous of you, Falcon. Times are tough. Making sure a mother and child can make it through the last of winter is the least I can do. But what am I doing standing here moralizing? Come on, Sparrow-san. We've got business to attend to. Falcon and Sparrow-san step into the pristine wood-paneled foyer of Château Crinière. Wow! Look at this place. Baron Rochgueil must be loaded. More than loaded. When it comes to lucrative investments, the Baron is a legend. Factories, chocolate shops, chocolat, hotels, railroads. The Baron owns a little bit of everything this side of the Seine. Is he here right now? Yes, he's the smug-looking chap with the impressive mane. Ah, he must be a lion. But we must approach a man of his stature with tact and finesse. I don't know what he's going to be. Hey, Baron, we'd like a word. How's that? I'm not going to yell because it's bad. Sparrow-san, you have the finesse of an inebriated warthog. You can thank me later. I think I got his intention. He's a lion. He's a cat lion? Oh, he's weird. Did I hear my name? Did I hear my name? Great Baron Rochgueil. Property owner extraordinaire at your service. And who might you fellows be? More investigators? Yep, we're policemen. No, we're attorneys. Not quite. I'm private attorney J.J. Falcon. And this is my associate, Mike. That's another joke. Lawyers, eh? You know, you are the first... That was weird. You are the first to have passed through here today. I'm gonna stop. Oh! Yes, yes. This jumpy, twitchy fellow came in by this morning. Asked a bunch of questions, then hopped away before he heard the answers. Most curious. Do you know who he was, Sparrow-san? Perhaps. Have a hunch. We'll be seeing him at the trial. Friend of yours? Something like that. So what may I do for you, monsieur? We're doing some research on Monsieur Grenouille, the frog who was killed here on Friday evening. These names, man. Of course. Of course, of course. Such a tragedy. He was a good friend and a loyal business partner. I suppose you will be waiting. I'm gonna stop because I'm not good at this. Will be wanting to see the crime scene for yourself? Actually, yes. That would be fantastic. Well, be my guest. You will find a garden here where the murder occurred through the back doors. You may also be interested in the lounge on the second floor. Third door to the right is like his... It is his wank room. Yep. Group stuff. Unfortunate incident. Fuck you, it's a murder. Oh, can we see the finished photograph? I'm afraid no, it's not. Blah. It is to my understanding that the photograph must be developed before it can be viewed. It's a slow process. My own copy of the photograph is to be delivered in 3 days' time. I have to like make punctuation exercises before this, like good full sentences. It's great. That's not good to us. The trial may be over by then. Nonetheless, we appreciate your hospitality. Thank you, Baron. It's no trouble at all. I'll be here to see you out when you are done with your investigations. So where shall we go first? The lounge. She is very tall. By the way, if the Baron's a lion, and these are like, you know, food good enough to eat, well, I'll let you deduct this. Hey Falcon, did you see that? See what? That housemaid totally just did something shifty. Shifty? I think she just pocketed something from that drawer. You should totally call her out on it. Excuse me, mademoiselle? Ah! Yes! Are you two policemen? That's cool. That's Colleen. Colleen. That's a very dirty name, actually. I like it. It's cool stuff. It's cool stuff. Let me just... Thank you. No, we're private attorneys. My name's JJ Falcon. And I'm Sparrowson. Oh, how rude of me. My name is Colleen Duho. That means hi. So, what can I help you, monsieur, with today? We're investigating the murder that took place last week. Do you mind if we ask you a couple of questions? That's fine. Let me just grab a chair. Thank you. That's better. What was it you wanted to ask? Is there something we should know? You were a little nervous when we came in. You thought we were police officers. Is there something we ought to know? Anything you need to confess? No, I suppose I'm just a little nervous after all the drama of last week. Are you sure there isn't anything that you're hiding? It's okay to tell us. We're defense attorneys. That means we help people get away with criminal acts. Right, and... Wait, what? No! That's an inaccurate job description, Sparrow-san. It isn't? Oh. What do we do then? I'll tell you later. Honestly, monsieur, I have nothing to hide. Was there something else you wanted to ask? We're looking for the room where the photograph was taken prior to the incident. Would you happen to know whether this is the right room? Oh yes, you're in the right place. I saw the photography session for myself. Let's see. The cameraman was standing... just about where you're standing, actually, Monsieur Falcon. And where was the camera pointed? Right at the clock above the mantelpiece. The Baron insisted on using that very location. Now that I'm looking at it, something isn't right about that clock. I know! The painting on it totally clashes with the decor. I was thinking along more obvious lines. The clock has no hands. Oh, that clock has never had hands in all the years I've worked here. I think Baron Rockguy just keeps it around as a conversation piece. Well, we're conversing about it, so I guess it's working. It's a peculiar detail, though. I'll make a note of it. Missing clock hands has been added to your evidence folder. That's the murder weapon. Is there something else you wanted to ask? I mean, you know, these things are quite pointy. No? Okay. That's all. No further questions. Thank you, mademoiselle. You've been a huge help. It's no problem, monsieur. Actually, there is something. I know you two saw me stealing as you came in. I appreciate that you didn't give me the third degree about it. You see, I'm trying to save up on follow my dreams and, well, never mind. I'm rambling. It's no problem, mademoiselle. To be honest, we have a much larger crime to worry about. Although, I should probably ask, I don't suppose you've been stealing anything else? Silverware, perhaps? Ah, you know about that? Yeah, I suppose that was me. It started with a couple of teaspoons. I didn't think the Baron would miss those. But well, yeah. I suppose the habit got a little away from me. It's hard to speak. That's one mystery solved, at least. Missing silverware has been added to your evidence folder. I would appreciate it if you didn't tell the Baron. He's been really kind, and I would hate to break his trust. I see. So where to next, Big Bird? The main hall. Did you, monsieur, have a good look around? I trust everything was in order. Actually, we haven't visited the garden yet. We definitely need to go to do that. Oh well, okay. Madame Cataline said that she found Monsieur Grenouille on the stairs by the fountain, so this must be the very spot where the murder took place. Hey Falcon, to the crime scene investigation thing? Do the crime scene investigation thing. The crime scene investigation thing? Yeah, you know, the thing we get all eagle-eyed and analyze every object in excruciating detail. You mean search for evidence? Yeah, do that. That's not a bad suggestion. It wouldn't be the first time the Parisian police have missed something right under their nose. Select an area to examine. Another beautifully made horse statue. You know, my uncle once had a horse that refused to eat A. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yep. Eventually, Eventually, we realized that it was just filling up on horse d'oeuvre. Hors d'oeuvre. Hors d'oeuvre are like exquisite plates that you eat, like exquisite meals. Very special meals. And that's a good pun, no? Huh. Yeah, terrible pun. I loved it though. A horse statue. This one has a goofy face. That reminds me of a joke. A horse walks into a bar and the barkeep says, "Why the long face?" Yes, yes, we've all heard that one. What? No, the barkeep says, "You've got to stop coming here. You're drinking us under the stable." Think it's time to rein in the horse jokes? Yeah, yeah. It's gonna do this all game long, right? I know it. This fountain is finely crafted. It's solid, carved marble. What can't have been cheap? I see nothing but water at the bottom of the lower bassin. It's a shame we can't see inside the upper bassin from here. That would be a perfect place to quickly stash a murder weapon. That's actually not a terrible line of reasoning. We ought to take a closer look, just to be sure. Very well. Yeah, I suppose we should. Oh, I apologize. I wasn't being direct enough. What I meant to say was, Sparrow-san, go wade into the fountain and take a closer look inside the upper bassin. Me? No way! If you want to go wading, do it yourself. I'm a respectable lawyer. You can't expect me to roll up my trousers and paddle around the fountain like a duck in a lake. Yeah, well, you don't pay me enough to just justify getting my sweet threads wet. Look. There's only one reasonable way to settle this. We'll flip for it. Flip for it? Yep. I'll flip this 1 franc coin. You call the outcome, get it wrong, and you go for a swim. Heads or tails? Napoleon face or plant squiggles? Heads. Put it all on heads. Don't let me down, old emperor. Here I go. It's tails. Roll up your pantaloons, Falcon. You're going for a swim. Ah, fine. Hold my shoes. Falcon really should learn how to spot a rigged coin flip. Oh, snap. I almost feel bad for cheating. Almost. Oh, you're back. Had a good swim. Look at his face. Okay. No, I'm a bird, not a fish. But I did find a mystery item in the upper bassin. It's no murder weapon, though. What is this? It's brown and sticky, and it smells weird. Don't tell me that you picked up a very wet cigar butt, possibly belonging to Baron Rorgueil. Correct. But that shouldn't be too surprising. It is his house, after all. I'll stash it in the evidence folder just in case. Yeah, okay. Cigar butt has been added to your evidence folder. Is there anything else we need to do here? Maybe. Baron Rorgueil certainly likes his horse statue. Don't mind the horse statue, but the little cherub people creep me out. Baby, you should be waddling, not attempting saddle-less horseback riding. True. Finely crafted horse statue. The mane almost looks lifelike. I'm sorry. Would you say it behooved you to strike it? No. No, it would not. Oh. Dried blood on the staircase. This must be where Monsieur Grenouille died. Do you see any bloody footprints? Oh, or maybe a name crawled in blood, written with the frog's last breath. Wishful thinking. All I'm seeing here is a big, sticky puddle. There's nothing to indicate that the body was moved, or that the frog left a last-minute clue. All I can make out from the bloody mess is that Monsieur Grenouille was attacked and killed in the staircase. That's it. That is it. Okay. I think we're done here. Good call. But are you sure you don't want to take another dip? We still have time. Don't push your luck. You fool. You know. Did you miss your have a good look around? I trust everything was in order. We had a good look. Thank you, Baron. But we actually have some questions for you. Please, ask away. I have nothing to hide. What happened on the night of the murder? Oh, am I in trouble? Not at all. No, nothing like that. We're just gathering the full picture. I see. Well, let me think. The guests arrived at 5 o'clock, and we all sat down for dinner in this very hall at 6. That part went magnificently. The photographer arrived at 7 o'clock, but it wasn't until 7:30 that we had our picture taken. My housemate discovered the crime scene soon after that. I see. Is there something else I can help you, monsieur, with? About your housemaid. We met your housemaid, Colleen Duhot. She's a courteous young lady, isn't she? Yes, she was quite helpful. Yes, she was more than willing to help us with our investigation. I'm glad to hear it. Did you too want to ask something else? Yeah, where's the door? I think that will be all, Baron. Thank you very much for your crime. It was a pleasure. Have a delightful day, monsieur. Did you get all the information you needed, Falcon? I hope so. Don't worry. If everything goes wrong in the trial, we could always just wing it. Terrible. Let's get out of here. Let's beak out. That's bad. Palais de Justice. Falcon and Sparrow stand inside the marble portico of the Palais de Justice, awaiting the opening of the Tribunal de Grande Instance. Are you nervous, Falcon? Nope. Nope. We've got this case in the bag. Look at my feathers, see? Totally unruffled. Wow. Well, at least one of us is feeling confident. Everybody's here. Monsieur Falcon, petit soir au sun. Is there anything you need me to do? No. We've got a handle on things. Falcon was just telling me how confident he was feeling about the case. That's wonderful. I just know you two will pull through. Let's move it along, fellas. I'll be watching from inside. Do your best for me, Monsieur Falcon. We will. Very well. Are we ready? Yeah. We're ready. Oh, his face! Alright. Settle down, everyone. Judge Maxime. Is everybody here? J.J. Falcon present. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Rupert Rabbington present. The ready is prosecution. Wow. That's not it. Oh gosh, where are my notes? Ha! I knew it. Knew what? Rupert and I went to Paris Law School together. He was in all of my classes. Oh, was he smart? No. He always scored the second worst marks in the class. I can only assume that he bumbled through the final exams on the luck of his two rapid feet. That's funny. Unless he's improved considerably, you might already have this trial in the bag. Who scored the lowest? Yeah, that's him. I choose to exercise my right to not self-incriminate. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Are the jury all present? Oh, look at this bunch of goofs. All present and accounted for, Your Honor. Yeah, where is their 8? Those two birds with the funny hats are assessor, the associate judges. Everything seems to be in order. So let us begin. The court is now in session for the trial of Madame Kathleen de Miao. Prosecution, please call your first witness to the stand. Oh gosh, are we there already? We just started. Okay, I just call the officer in charge of the murder investigation, Inspector Volerty, to the witness stand. Inspector Volerty, please approach the stand and recite the oath. God, look at this guy. As you wish, Your Honor. As you wish, Your Honor. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear. To tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. The moment I saw his eye patch, it's like, oh, okay. Monsieur, no, Inspector, please state your name and occupation for the record. My name is Inspector Juste Volerty. Yeah. I'm a servant of the law, a scourge of the gutter rats that plague this city. I have enforced the law for over 20 years, and I shall continue until I bring the infamous Viridian killer to justice. My path begins 18 years ago. Let's stick to the questions, Inspector. Dick-ass. Of course, Your Honor. Asshole. Oh, great. I was hoping we would have one of those bumbling, cuddly officers. But instead, we're stuck with lawful good. Haha, 2 shoes. That's a D&D joke. I bet this guy would turn in his own mother if he saw her littering. So, Inspector, is it true that you are the lead investigator on this case? That is correct. I was also among the first to arrive at the scene of the crime. You know, actually, I just realized, if the game has French language, are the jokes like English puns? That would be great to see, actually. Then perhaps you can walk us through what you witnessed upon your arrival. Absolutely. Just after 7:30, we were alerted and brought to the scene by the housemaid of Baron Rorgueil. At the scene of the crime, we found Madame Catherine de Miao. Right, she was standing over the corpse of Monsieur Grenouille with his blood on her paws. Well, that sounds like an open and shut case in my humble opinion. No, no more questions, Your Honor. Bloodied paws? Nobody told me that detail. Keep it together, Falcon. You're about to be given the opportunity to cross-examine the witness. That's your opportunity to find flaws in the inspector's testimony. Of course, I know this. You may begin your cross-examination, Monsieur Falcon. Cross-examination. Yes. 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 Cool. Inspector, you say you were alerted to the scene by Baron Rorgueil's housemaid. That is correct. What was her name? What was her name? The housemaid's name was Couline Duhaut. We found her running from Chateau Crinière with tears in her eyes. That was a thieving giraffe lady, wasn't it? We questioned her extensively, but we didn't find anything implicative. As far as the police are concerned, Couline Duhaut is not a suspect. Yes. No, never mind. I have no more questions about the houseman. He just said that. It's like a statement to question. Sliced open corpse. I'm gonna go straight to that. I would like to ask about the corpse of Monsieur Grenouille. Go on. Tell me about the slash. Inspector, could you describe the cut on Monsieur Grenouille's corpse? Certainly. It was a single vertical slash. It was a fine and deep cut, the sort that you would expect to see from a sharpened saber or a surgeon's knife. Oh, a cat's claw? Certainly. How? Like, it doesn't make sense. Wait. You say a saber or knife could have inflicted the wound. Isn't this a line of investigation that's worth pursuing? Don't be daft, Falcon. Did you see or hear anything about a knife or sword at the crime scene? Well, no, I didn't. But it's a possibility, is it not? Without, evidence, it's a pretty unlikely possibility. Let's stick to the facts. Do you have another question about the corpse of Monsieur Grenouille? Yes, no. Yes. What was the cause of death? That was immediately obvious when I arrived on the scene. Monsieur Grenouille had a gaping slash from shoulder to thigh. That's a big slash. Blood was everywhere. I spoke with the coroner, and he was in agreement. The frog died from blood loss directly caused by the open wound. I see. I suppose there's no chance of arguing that this was an unrelated injury, huh? Do you have another question about... No. Select a statement to question. Blood on her paws. Inspector, you say Dame Catherine had blood on her paws. Correct. Blood clung to her fur like guilt to a convict. Whose blood was it? Whose blood was it? Ha! What a question. It was Monsieur Grenouille's, of course. How can you be so sure? I object. This line of questioning is absurd. There was only one murder victim that night, Falcon. The blood on Dame Catherine's paws could have only belonged to one person, Monsieur Grenouille. No, that's not true. I'm afraid the prosecution may have a point, Monsieur Falcon. I see exactly what happened. Do you have any reason to suspect that the blood belonged to someone other than Monsieur Grenouille? I do. I do, Your Honor. Actually, I have more than suspicion. I have evidence that the blood on Dame Catherine's paw was nothing to do with the murder. This is foolish time wasting, Falcon. If the blood on Dame Catherine's paws didn't come from the victim, then where did the blood come from? Examine entry the steak. On the evening of the murder, Dame Catherine ate a bloody rare steak. Is this true, Monsieur Abington? Well, in the matter of, speaking, I suppose steak may have been on the, menu. Then, Inspector, would you acknowledge the possibility that the blood on the lady's paws did not belong to the victim, but to the steak? Well... Wait, don't, answer that, Inspector. It is a possibility. Yeah, this guy is actually fair and square. He's just a bit stupid. No! Intriguing. Pretty convincing. You gain a little favor with the jury. Nice. So, Inspector Volerty, is it possible that you arrested an innocent bystander simply for being a messy eater? Now hold on just 1 minute, Falcon. You're overlooking something quite crucial. Dame Kathleen is an elegant bourgeois kitten. She was no doubt brought out with flawless etiquette and perfect table manners, I'm sorry. At the banquet, she would have eaten the steak with a fork in her left hand and a knife in her right, like any proper civilized animal. How could she have possibly gotten blood on her paws with such good manners? Oh, that is a good question. Or at least it would be at any ordinary dinner banquet. But as it happens, something was missing from that particular banquet. Something that forced Dame Kathleen to eat with her paws. And it was... Dame Kathleen was forced to eat steak with her paws because the silverware in the household has been previously stolen. Stolen? I don't recall any mention of that in the police report. We weren't aware of anything missing from the Rochgueil residence when we performed the initial investigation. But as it happens, yeah, he approached. Blah blah. Sorry, I was drinking. What a twist! You gain a little favor with the jury. Okay. What's the meaning of all this? Bloody steak. Misplaced silverware. Inspector, was your investigation so lax that you overlooked these basic facts in your initial report? Lax? My investigation? Judge, I assure you, I'm the most thorough investigative officer on the force. And you have no hands. Then it is amazing that the Parisian police managed to solve any crimes at all. Oh, the burn. Ha! Oh dear. Be on your way, Inspector. Perhaps do a little inspecting for your next case. Fine, so be it, Monsieur. Until next time. Sorry. Prosecutor, and I trust your next witness is ready. Yes, of course, Your Honor. I call upon, let's see, Monsieur Robicio Robinho, the photographer who attended the banquet on the night of the murder. Monsieur Robicio Robinho, each time. Please approach the stand and recite the oath. How does it go? I swear to speak without hatred and without fear? To tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth? It's a little cliché, like a photograph. To be perfectly honest, that's a joke, see? Could the witness please introduce himself for the court record? As if anybody in this courtroom does not immediately recognize me. I am the great Monsieur Robicio Robinho, cutting-edge photographer and visionary. I don't just take people's picture, I capture their very essence. Je suis l'artiste. Tu es une pipe. You may have I've seen my works in hip magazines, Le Branché or C'est Chouette. I can send you tweets if you like. What on earth is a tweet? Bird-to-bird communication. Come on, Falcon. It's the 90th century. Get with the times already, you slowpoke. Yes, your works are very impressive, Monsieur Robinho, but let's get down to business. Could you tell us your activities were on the nights? Where on the... Oh, on the night of the murder. That's like a weird phrasing. Very well. I was hired by Baron Rochgueil to capture the evening's events. I arrived at 7 in the evening. I pointed my camera and captured the beauty of the banquet in one fantastic photograph. Then I billed Baron Rochgueil and left. like a true artist. And with regards to the photograph itself, how did you photograph? I thought you might ask. I brought a copy so you could all see for yourselves. Oh, very good. Let's take a closer look. But here, there's something here. My word, this is an exquisite picture, isn't it? So let's see. Who do we have here? In the middle, we see Baron Rorgueil, the lion who hosted the event. On the left, we see Seigneur Purtois de Miao, the father of the defendant, Dame Cataline. And finally, we see the housemaid, Couline Duhaut, who I suspect may have snuck into the picture uninvited. Actually, I have a theory on this. He plays the handle to not commit it himself. Like, if the picture is taken at this time, it means that the murder happened at the same time, right? Which means that he could not have it in two places at the same time. But it's a trap! As you can see, two people are clearly absent from the photograph. The first is the victim, Monsieur Grenouille. The second is the defendant, Dame Cataline de Miao. Quite suspicious, wouldn't you agree? Just a moment, Monsieur Rabington. This proves nothing. So the defendant and the victim were not for the photograph, but the point is that the murder happened at the same time. But the prosecution may continue. Behind the photograph subjects, we see a wall clock with the time set at 7:30. Now, why is that time significant? Well, as Inspector Volerty told us earlier, that was the exact time the murder took place. Do you see, Falcon? Every suspect has an alibi at the time of the murder, save for Dame Cataline herself. Hey, Falcon, that photograph doesn't seem right. Yes, I see it too. Our photograph shows Couline Duhaut, Dame Cataline, and Seigneur Purtois. So he took two pictures. But Monsieur Robinho's photograph shows Baron Rorgueil where Dame Cataline should be standing. If we assume that only one photograph was taken, then this demonstrates that one of the photographs must have been edited in some way. You should just slam that evidence down, be like, BAM! Inconsistency, this whole courtroom is out of order, case closed. I can't do that. But I suppose you could be a little more delicate with your words. No, I mean, I can't do that because our evidence was illegally obtained, that's right. If I were to present it, Monsieur Robinho would ask how we acquired it, and the whole trial could derail. But there's something else. Oh, well, we don't want that. No, we don't. I should tread lightly. Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Very well. The defense may proceed. It's a waste of time if you ask me. Photographs are rock-solid evidence. Select a statement to question. I arrived at 7 p.m. Monsieur Robinho, you said that you arrived at 7 o'clock. It would take a couple of minutes, yes? How do you know? Well, the clock is in my house read 6:45 when I left, and the walk to Chateau Crinière was about 15 minutes. I don't claim to be a flawless timekeeper, but I am a professional. I always stick to an appointment. All the time. With my face. Look at his face. Do you have another question about Robinho's time of arrival? Yes. How long did it take to set up? Took perhaps 25 minutes to find a shooting location, put together the camera, and ready to film. So you arrived at 7. Yes. That leaves 5 minutes unaccounted for. Falcon, surely you are not suggesting that Monsieur Robinho did something nefarious in this small window of time. I am. I most certainly am. This discrepancy is of utmost importance to the case. While I probably spent 2 minutes or so talking to Baron Rorgueil, he took a great interest in my camera. I see. But that still leaves 3 minutes remaining. I spent perhaps 2 minutes using the bathroom facilities. Falcon, do you seriously expect us to sit here and listen to you nickel and dime Monsieur Robinho about every second? I must agree this is quite unnecessary, Monsieur Falcon. Please stop that at once. They're stalling. What a buffoon. Okay, I see. So if I do that. No. Let's take a closer look at this photograph. I see a mistake in the photograph. Just to clarify, Monsieur Robinho, the photographs are a direct reflection of reality, are they not? That is correct. The photographic process leaves no room for bias or inaccuracies. That is most curious. Because I see a mistake. A mistake? Impossible! I just told you, Monsieur, the camera is a perfect, unbiased device. The photographs it produces are flawless. Falcon, I'm not seeing any mistakes. Perhaps you could be more specific. Certainly. Click on the area of the photograph that you believe contains a mistake. The clock in this photograph, there is something not right about it. Well, isn't that inconvenient? The defense sees something wrong with the key piece of evidence that implicates his client. Don't give me that cocky tone, Monsieur Abington. I have evidence that there's something wrong with the clock in that picture. The photograph clearly shows the clock's hand pointing at 7 and 6. That much is self-evident. Which is most curious because the clock in the lounge of Chateau Crinière has no hands! It has no hands. The clock is merely a decorative piece, a talking item. Feel free to ask Baron Roqueuil or his housemaid if you have doubts. Monsieur Robinho, how do you explain this discrepancy? Is he into it? There must be some sort of mistake. My camera is flawless. There is no mistake, monsieur. Your photograph could depict something that does not exist in the real world. Maybe there was an error in the printing process. An error precisely where the clock hands could be. Please, monsieur, don't patronize us. Allow me to offer a more plausible explanation. I actually don't know what that means. Don't patronize. Meaning of patronize. Treat with an apparent kindness that betrays a feeling of superiority. Ah, frequent. A frequent customer? Oh, okay. Okay, treat with disdain, or whatever. Okay, yeah, sure. You, Monsieur Robinho, edited this photograph. Edited? I'm not expert, but I suspect that you used paint or ink to carefully put hands upon the clock. It would have been a simple task, considering that the clock face was bare. One could even speculate that you specifically chose to include a handless clock in the photograph just to simplify the editing process. Falcon, your reasoning is absurd. Why would the witness do such a thing? Is it not obvious? By showing the photograph to have taken place at precisely 7:30, it clears all the photograph's subjects of suspicion. In other words, Monsieur Robinho created a perfect alibi. Of course, this raises further questions. Who is the witness protecting? And why? Was Monsieur Robinho coerced? Bribed? Threatened? Enough silence. Let's hear some answers, Monsieur Robinho. Fine, you've got me. I'm guilty. I did it all. You did it? You're confessing to the murder of Monsieur Grenouille? What? No. I have no idea who killed the frog. I'm just admitting that I'm guilty of producing fraudulent photographs. That's also, by the way, very bad. I was ordered to make changes to the printed photograph, and yes, that included adding hands to the clock. You were ordered? By whom? I dare not say. Monsieur Robino, I strongly advise you to answer the defense's question. You have pledged to speak without fear, after all. With respect, Judge, I fear his claws more than I fear the punishment of the justice systems. I shall name no names. His claws. Did you hear that, Falcon? That is most unfortunate. Monsieur Robinho, we cannot and shall not torture names out of you. We don't live under the ancient regime, after all. Ancien régime, they said, but I just imagined the T in the word. But since you have admitted to falsifying evidence, then we cannot keep you on the stand as a witness. Take a leave. You shall be charged with perjury in due course. I can't protest. That's the least I deserve for my failure as an artiste. Good day, monsieur. Intriguing, pretty convincing. You gained a little favor? Fuck you, that's a lot of favor. That's right. So the clerk's hands were painted on. So what? It doesn't matter. The photograph still depicts Madame Cataline as absent close to the time of the murder. That's significant. Don't be dense, Mr. Rappington. If the photograph is not completely genuine, I think that's how you say the word, then it cannot be considered reliable evidence. Why not? It's still a portrayal of the night's event. Because if we accept that one part of the picture was edited, I'm getting mind-tired, then we must accept the possibility that other parts were too. It is possible that Dame Cataline was painted out. Even worse, it is possible that another person was painted in. We know that the witness was trying to cover for someone, so all possibilities must be accounted for. So what is saying, Fatcon? That the housemaid paid off the photographer? Or was it Seigneur Purtois de Miao, perhaps? I don't think so. The housemaid lacks a means or motive. And the guy's, you know, he's protecting his daughter. Well, surely you're not suggesting that the honest and beloved Baron Roqueuil deliberately tried to frame Dame Cataline, because that would be the most outlandish theory yet. The Baron is a pillar in our community. He would never do such a thing. Monsieur Abington, I'm not here to throw accusations. That's the job of you, the prosecutor. These are like big words for a Frenchman. Ah, my mind. However, mayhaps I should offer my opinion. And there he stands. Baron, it's not time for your witness testimony yet. So you would think, prosecutor, and yet I see my good reputation getting tarnished by your incompetence. Oh, yes. Indeed! Let us proceed with witness questioning. Is that fine with you, Judge? Yes, I suppose that is fine. Very good. And I trust that the defense has no objections. No. He wants him there. Fantastic! Oh, but before I forget, I pledge to speak without fear and prejudice, etc., etc. Now, prosecutor, ask me about what I witnessed over the course of the evening. Oh, okay. Baron Roqueuil, on the night of the initial dinner went magnificently. When the photographer arrived, Monsieur Grenouille left to visit the garden. Dame Cataline followed behind him moments later. Seigneur Purtois, Monsieur Robinho, and myself were engaged in a conversation, so we paid her no mind. After the photographer had left, my housemaid left to go find Monsieur Grenouille and Madame Cataline. That would be when I heard her cry for help. Thank you, Baron. I think we all know the story from there. I would like to cross-examine the witness. Do you doubt my integrity, garçon? I'm just here to uncover the truth, Baron. Very well, then. Hit me with your best shot. And let us establish with absolute certainty that I, Baron Roqueuil, am an honest man. The defense may proceed with the cross-examination. Select a statement, the question. The diner. Monsieur Grenouille left to visit the garden. Dame Cataline followed behind a few moments later. My housemaid discovered the pair. Okay. Let me think for a moment. Baron Roqueuil, I would like to ask about the dinner you served that evening. Very well, may I ask? Ask away, rather. Regarding the stolen cutlery. Earlier today, we established that silverware was stolen from your residence prior to the banquet. Indeed, I am aware of whom the culprit is, but I have decided not to press charges. It is curious, then, that you decided to serve steak. It isn't what one would describe as finger food after all. Wait a minute, she might have been ordered to take the silverware. Oh. I don't know about that, Falcon. With the right attitude, all food can be finger food. There's nothing curious about it. Seigneur Purtois and Madame Cataline are vocal lovers of rare steak. It was merely suiting their needs. Besides, what other choice did the Baron have, Falcon? Serve vegetable broth like a common peasant? By the way, I see totally that like the carnivores are the higher standards of society, and the herbivores are like the commoners. That's nice. To be quiet! Do be quiet, prosecutor. You sound ridiculous. Sorry, Baron. Do you have another question about the dead dinner? Yes. Regarding the red herring. Now, about this red herring. Yes. What about it? I'm not sure. But I feel it is of vital importance to the case. Falcon, I just want to clarify this. Are you saying that you wish to pursue the red herring? No, I am not an idiot. Oh, wait. The joke was starting to wear thin. Okay. Maybe not. Huh. My housemaid discovered. Baron Roqueuil, I have a couple of questions about your housemaid, Coudine Duhaut. Does she smoke? Does your housemaid smoke cigars? Well, that question came out of the left field. Definitely not. Mademoiselle Duhaut detests the smell of tobacco. I see. I think so. The pieces are slowly falling into place. Do you have another question about the housemaid? Yes. She's the thief. Your housemaid is a thief. She has stolen numerous valuables from your household, including all of the silverware. I object. That's not a question. All right. Let me rephrase that. Baron, why did you not immediately report to the police when you discovered that your housemaid was stealing from you? Is a man obligated? That's so weird to say. Is a man obligated to report every act of theft that they witness? Well, not legally, I suppose. I chose not to excommunicate the poor girl because I felt it would be needlessly harsh. I know letting a criminal run loose is a foreign concept to many of you lawyers types, but I'm sure you understand the concept of mercy. I think she was actually leverage. Do you have another question about the housemaid? No. Select a statement to question. Baron Roqueuil, I have some questions about Monsieur Grenouille. God rest his soul. What was your relation to Monsieur Grenouille? What was your relation to Monsieur Grenouille prior to his demise? We were business partners. Monsieur Grenouille, Seigneur Purtois de Miao, and myself all own a third share of an up-and-coming railway company. Excuse the crassness of this question, but that means that you and Seigneur Purtois would now own half of the company each, correct? Correct. I suppose that's a slight glimmer of benefit that arose from this foul situation. But monsieur, you must understand that Monsieur Grenouille and I were friends as much as we were business associates, and mourn the man's passing. Of course, of course, of course. Do you have another question about Monsieur Grenouille? Yes. Why didn't Monsieur Grenouille visit the garden? Huh? Why? I believe he wanted some fresh air. The steak did not sit well with him, I fear. Oh, I see. But that is quite coincidental timing, isn't it? How so? Well, Monsieur Grenouille felt sick and left the room just after the photographer arrived, and just before the murder occurred. I'm sorry. One might draw a link between the food and the sickness. Hold on, Falcon. Surely you aren't suggesting that, Mr. Grenouille's food was poisoned in some way? Maybe not? I don't know. No, there's nothing to indicate poisoning. I just found the timing somewhat puzzling. There's nothing puzzling about it. Monsieur Grenouille always had a soft stomach. It's really no surprise that he couldn't keep down a good rare steak. You have any question about? No. Let's see, the garden then. Baron, we saw the murder scene, your garden for ourselves. What's with all the horses? If I may ask, what's with all the horses? I beg your pardon? There are all these horses and cherub statues in the garden. To be frank, we found the whole thing a little weird. Could the defense please stop horsing around? Ah, stop. This can't possibly have any relevance to the case. It does. It might do, Your Honor. Horses, cherubs, murders. The links are all there. I object, this is blatant time wasting. Agreed. Please stop this pointless line of questioning. Yeah, they don't love that. You have another question about the garden? Yes. When was the last time you visited your own garden? As it happens, actually he worded that exactly the way I did it. As it happens, I have quite serious allergies and I haven't been in my own garden for years. Oh, that's bad for you. Years, you say? Indeed. That's not right. Baron, I do not wish to call you a liar, but you're fucking lying. That claim does not hold up to scrutiny. Oh, and why is that? Because we have hard evidence that you have visited the garden recently. Balderdash. My word is gold! Show the court this so-called hard evidence that I've been in my garden. Ta-da! This was found in the garden. To be specific, it was found inside the fountain bassin. Right beside where the murder occurred. A cigar butt. That could belong to anybody, and prosecutor, please shut your mouth, I can speak for myself. Okay, sorry Baron. That is indeed the remnants of one of my cigars, but I must apologize, Monsieur Falcon, for I misunderstood your initial question. You see, prior to the banquet, I haven't visited my own garden in years, but naturally, after hearing the housemaid's cry for help in the evening of the murder, I rushed outside. I was shocked and disgusted by what I saw. That must have been when I dropped my half-smoked cigar in the fountain basin. You see, Falcon, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation. I would find that believable if the cigar were actually discarded, but as it happens, the cigar butt was found in the fountain's upper bassin, a location that could only be accessed with great inconvenience and a little paddling. The cigar butt was not dropped, it was deliberately hidden. There are any number of possible explanations. Are there? Because I can only think of one. That is that you, Baron Roqueuil, deliberately hid your cigar butt to disguise your own illicit activities. Did I now? And what illicit activities would these be? Want me to spell it out? Fine. Let's put evidence on the table. You, Baron Roqueuil, murdered Monsieur Grenouille. That is what you were trying to keep hidden. Directly accusing me of murder, how shameless, brazen. That is ludicrous accusation, Falcon. The Baron is an upstanding citizen of the highest order. Your allegation is baseless. You have no evidence. I mean motive or opportunity. No evidence. Think harder, Mr. Rappington. Every piece of evidence points to Baron Roqueuil. I'm sorry. Blech. As the prime suspect. You want the means? The Baron certainly had the means. His lion's claws are as sharp as a surgeon's blade. Gutting a frog belly would be trivial to him. Even Monsieur Rubinio confessed just moments ago that he feared his claws. Ridiculous! I would never threaten that man with violence. You want a motive? The Baron had at least 10,000 francs worth of motives. By removing a business partner, the Baron's share on his railway company increased from 1/3 to 1/2. This is preposterous! And finally the Baron had an opportunity. No, he crafted the perfect opportunity. He arranged a small banquet with a very select number of guests. He was aware of the missing silverware, and yet he served steak, a food item that necessitates good cutlery. Why? To bloody the hands of his guests, of course. Then he hired an easily influenced photographer and staged a very specific picture in order to build a perfect alibi for himself. Photographing the guests in front of a handless clock to make for easy editing is quite an ingenious plan, it must be said. Prosecutor, are you just going to let this slanderous yarn go uncontested? Say something! Object! Oh, you're pitifully useless. After executing the murder, the Baron found himself still holding a single piece of incriminatory evidence, his finished cigar. He knew that leaving it at the crime scene would raise suspicion, but he didn't have time to properly dispose of it. So out of desperation, he threw it into the fountain, out of the sight of his guests and any snooping police. I imagine the Baron was hoping to implicate Seigneur Purtois de Miao, since that would ensure total control over his railway company, but something went wrong. Alas, Dame Catiline was the first to happen upon the crime scene, so the Baron improvised. This is an outrage. Judge, I demanded you disbar this ranting lunatic. No! There is only one outrage here. Zoom in his face. That is, that a man like yourself is able to abuse his wealth and status to frame an innocent girl for murder! You're a bourgeois of the worst kind. How dare you, garçon? The utter nerve for a lying scumbag of a liar to accuse a philanthropist like myself of something so heinous. I'm nothing like the fat cat bourgeois. I'm a respectable, hard-working capitalist. No, says Falcon, you're a ruthless man who would slaughter a dear friend just to reap a few francs. You incredulous whelp. I ought to gut you right here and now like a damn frog! Oh no. Oh, everybody, could someone please restrain the Baron? Says the judge, he's scared. I'm on it, Your Honor. Let's go, old man. To the conciergerie with you. Don't touch me, you filthy jackdaw. I can walk myself. And then he goes, proudly. This is quite a turn of events. Does the prosecution have anything to add? Well, in a manner of, speaking, well, to be honest, no. Then I shall now confer with the members of the jury to come to a decision. I ask that the animals of the court please be patient in this time. This guy has like a beak longer than his fucking arms. Falcon, that was pretty incredible, says Sparrowson. Thank you. I just hope it was enough. What do you mean? You just proved Catiline's innocence. We'll get a not guilty verdict for sure. Sparrowson, I think you've misunderstood something important about the justice system. What's that? I haven't proved anything. As lawyers, we cannot deal in proofs. It's just not possible. All we can do is organize the evidence and convincingly explain what it suggests. I haven't proved damn Catiline's innocence. All I have done is demonstrate that there is a significant possibility that she is not guilty. The jury decides. We have reached a decision. In light of the recent revelations, it is clear that an error of judgment was made with the initial arrest. On that note, we unanimously find the defendant Dame Catiline de Miao to be not guilty. Yay. But there's going to be something, right? Monsieur Falcon, Petit Sparrowson, you did it. Yeah, I suppose we did, didn't we? We should head back to the office so we can celebrate properly. You did it, Falcon. I can take all the credits. This was a group achievement. I'm so proud of you both. I'll go get 1 bottle of wine and 3 of our least dirty glasses. Ugh. You were amazing, Monsieur Falcon. Ah, it was nothing. I very much like the way you pinned the murder on the Baron. That was an act, I'm sorry, of sheer genius. Well, I didn't pen anything. Spouse and then I just worked at unveiling the truth, given the facts of the case. Monsieur Falcon, there is no need to play coy. The case is over. Play coy? Don't tell me you're actually being sincere. I'm completely lost. Oh wow. I thought the goody-goody thing was an act, but you actually don't know. Alright, I'll spell it out for you. Oh. It's a video. What? I murdered Monsieur Grenouille. I saw him in the garden, all drunk and vulnerable, and I seized my opportunity. Whoa. It was nothing personal, I just... Business, you understand? No way. Excuse me? Business? To increase my papa's share in the train company, of course. My papa always said that the drunk old frog was the weakest link. Your confession doesn't make any sense at all. I found Baron Rourgueil's cigar butt hidden in the garden. Oh, I put that there. What? I expected the police to find it. But I suppose that I was putting too much faith in the brains of Paris Finis. I was sure! 100%! That she was innocent. Oh, this game is actually amazing. It actually fooled me like a... It played me like a fiddle. But Falcon proved that Monsieur Robinho's photograph was edited. It was edited. I wasn't in the picture because I was busy paying a visit to Monsieur Grenouille in the garden. My papa knew I needed an alibi, so he ordered Monsieur Robinho to paint me over Baron Rourgueil and to have hands on the clock. But the lazy artist didn't manage to finish altering either photograph by trial day. It's a good thing that Monsieur Falcon was so imaginative, because that would have gone very badly. Oh my god, are you kidding me? What's with the silence? You should both be proud. There aren't many lawyers in the whole of France who would have won a case like this, even for a bourgeois kitty like me. I think you should leave. Fine. So much for the celebrations. Here's the payment for your services, straight from my papa's pockets. Well, adieu, Monsieur Falcon. Adieu, petit soir au son. That is... Holy shit. Falcon, what do we do now? Falcon? Oh, he's smashed. He is smashed. End of Act 1, your game has been saved. Do you wish to continue? No, this was enough for one day. Holy shit! Are you kidding me? Oh my god. You were waiting for this. You played this game, right? I believe you did. You didn't just like pick up the game because there's French in it. You actually played that. You told me it was glorious. I did not believe you. Ah. Wow, my mind is smashed. Like, it actually is. We're gonna have to stop there. And, you know. Okay, so I was looking for, like, the mind blow gif, but you know what? Fuck it. This is, like, way too much. Instead, I'm gonna go for... It's completely... This is crazy.
Unacceptable!
There you go. There you go. That's it. Bye! I'll see you next time for Aviary Attorney. This is actually really fun. I thank you for buying this game to me. Thank you for gifting me with this marvelous creation of mad minds and fancy pencils. It's really good. I like it so far, and I hope that the whole game is like more of this. I really dig it. Thank you everybody for watching. See you guys next time. And wow, the game with the silly lawyer birds, the birds. Oh, the game can't be that great. Oh, the game can't be that serious. You fool! Says Taravani. He's making fun of me now. So I'm gonna run away like a bitch. Bye.